And welcome back to Cruise1st TV. It's Derek and Joe back here again, about to let you in on one of the least known secrets of the cruise industry. The way to get more cruise adventures for less and enjoy truly great value holidays. Be prepared to be wowed with some sizzling offers from our hardworking team who never stop searching for you.
Here at Cruise1st, we've been sending British travellers on amazing cruise holidays for over 20 years. Our award-winning team specialise in bringing you the best deals from all the major cruise lines sailing right across the globe. Whether you're looking to cruise locally or afar, with thousands of unmissable deals available right now, you can be sure we'll find you your perfect cruise holiday. So if you're ready, let's go cruising.
That is us and what we do, and we've been here for the best part of 25 years. Right, the cruising secret it's time to reveal. Now, when the cruise ship finish a season in one part of the world, they move to another. Now, that cruise from one to the other is called a repositioning cruise, and they're often one of the most fascinating and longer lasting cruising itineraries. Now, we've got 3 fabulous examples in this show to share with you.
We have. You can step on board Virgin Voyages' latest edition Brilliant Lady for March in 2026 with a low deposit today, as she takes a 16-night cruise via Costa Rica and the Panama Canal from Miami to LA, which sounds exciting. We're also going to be taking the new MSC Euribia on a 24-night cruise from Southampton to Dubai on the show just after the summer next year. And we'll start with the repositioning cruise offer exclusive to us here at Cruise1st that hundreds of you have already staked a claim on. And it's the chance to join Royal Caribbean's amazing Independence of the Seas for a 14-night sail away to the States after a busy season of cruising out of Southampton. Now, we get you on board on the 16th of October next year for 2 incredible weeks. Tell you what, this is brilliant because you have lots of ports along the way on this cruise, but it's all about really taking advantage of everything Indy has to offer. And she is one of Royal Caribbean's favourite ships as well, very popular with us as well, because particularly with Cruise1st as well, because we have sent thousands of you over the years, tens of thousands I guess, of you over on what we call the Indy Transatlantic. It's almost like a yearly date in the diary for us here at Cruise1st and for thousands of you as well, because it just offers max value. It
feels like an iconic kind of crossing now, being that she's so well versed at this amazing experience. And like we were mentioning before, you know, when you do a repositioning cruise, it does give you that extra time at sea, you know, just to languish and enjoy everything that the ship has to offer. And some of the kind of hallmark experiences that Royal Caribbean is known for. They're known for, of course, their bustling central area, which almost looks like it's a luxury Vegas casino. You know, you've got a real car there in the atrium. Loads of places you can stop by and grab a coffee, a pizza, gelato. They do these amazing parades through the atrium as well, like on 70s night, 80s night, silent disco, white hot party, which really get everybody involved. And it's kind of infectious fun that you just don't want to miss out on. Even if you're just people watching from a bar above and seeing what's going on, it's definitely part of the fun flair of Royal Caribbean.
And also, I mean, as great as the pool decks are and everything there is to do, you know, above the ship, if you get a day, I mean, I'm not going to promise you on the day that we sail out from Southampton it's going to be 30 in the shade, because I doubt it will be. But it doesn't matter. When you're on board with Royal Caribbean, you are immersed in this wonderland of positivity, fun things to do, plenty of things to do, and lots of activities that never involve having to step outside of the ship, because you are encased in this wonderful immersive world that becomes your holiday haven. In this case, for 2 weeks, you are stopping plenty of places along the way as we head out to America, but you know what, you'll have so much to enjoy on board as well, including a full production show of Grease, which is brilliant. Wait.
Well, this is the thing, we love those branded shows on Royal Caribbean, and they're so good. We're out of Southampton and straight into La Coruña in Spain, up in the Galician region, where you can visit Santiago de Compostela. The town itself, La Coruña, also has lots of amazing Roman viewpoints, such as the Tower of Hercules, and grab some tapas while you're there, of course, as well. Then we're on to Vigo. Another chance, of course, to visit Santiago, but the gorgeous CS Islands are not too far away, and you can take a little cruise exploration of those during the day. Speak to the Shore Excursions team about booking any tours while you're there. Lisbon awaits us next, of course, the capital of fabulous Portugal, where you can ride the wooden trams, you can head up to Geronimo's monastery, cruise the back streets and just enjoy the flair, the boutiques, the cafes of Portugal. Ponta Delgada, also part of Portugal in the Azure Islands, is up next, and it's a really geothermal island. You've got that incredible crater lake right there. You can see it glowing with this energy. There are lots of amazing places to visit on island. Then it's Nassau, Bahamas after a few days at sea. We're in the Caribbean. No better place to be at this time of year, of course. Nassau has a distinctively bohemian flair, but at the same time it feels like little Europe. You've got lots of very cool architecture there. Cruising into Miami, where you'll disembark and we'll fly you back to the UK. Now, do speak to the Cruise1st team if you want to extend your trip a little bit.
Oh, listen, I've got you sorted with that. I've got plans for you. Don't you worry about that. I'm going to provide you with at least 3 different options, and we'll cost them all up as well. This is going to be an absolute winner. It is exclusive to us here at Cruise1st, and you can stake your claim, like hundreds of you have already, by just putting in a deposit today of £199 each, and then it's happening. Now, remember that this is a sail out, fly back offer because we sail out of Southampton. So, even better, because this is an exclusive, if you're flying back into either Manchester or Birmingham or Glasgow, we're actually going to start your holiday before you cruise with a coach transfer down from Manchester, Birmingham or Glasgow, down to meet Independence of the Seas for your 14-night cruise. How good is that? Ports, remember, on your cruise out to the States include Spain, Portugal, the Azores, and across the pond to Nassau in the Bahamas before we arrive in Miami, where we fly you back to the UK. Probably not flying you back to the UK at that point. You'll add an upgrade to that, but we'll talk about that in just a moment. But if you want to fly straight back from Miami on this package, let's get the price on the screen for you, and then we can talk about all the possibilities, because this for a 14-night cruise with Royal Caribbean, you're with me on this, right? 14-night cruise with Royal Caribbean at 1199, full board, so much food included, dining, entertainment, which is included. So when you go and see Grease the Musical, and we're going to have a closer look at that in a moment, but when you go to that Grease the Musical full production show, you're not buying a ticket for it, it's included in the cruise fare as well. And you've got ports as well on this itinerary. Just £199 each deposit to make this yours. But before you make that decision and you make that call, I want to talk to you about the possibilities of how you can add a stay, not just in Orlando as well. I'm going to give you 3 opportunities, but let's go to the upgrades first, because then if you want, this is the easy way to do the budgeting. You can have fun with this. You can decide, do we want to upgrade our stateroom? Do we want to stay longer somewhere else? We can do all of that. So ocean view and balcony prices are there for you. Bear in mind it's a 14-night cruise, so they are both brilliant. Extra $499 to go balcony still doesn't bring this cruise to the price you would expect a 14-night Royal Caribbean cruise to be, okay? We're all agreed on that. So because we've got such a good price on the inside, exclusive to us, which includes the coach transfer, of course, if you're flying back to Manchester, Birmingham or Glasgow, you'll probably want to stick around for a little bit longer and stay, because at the moment we're flying back. So how about adding a 3-night stay in Orlando? We can do that for an extra $199 per person. How about instead of Orlando, we fly to Vegas and stay there for 3 nights in a hotel for just an extra $399. How about 3 nights in New York? We can do that as well. We've costed that up, an extra $599. Or how about doing the next cruise on Independence of the Seas, which is another 3 nights going to the Bahamas, which goes to Perfect Day at Coco Cay, and another trip into Nassau, I believe, on that one for an extra $399. So there you go. There are 4 possibilities. There are many others. There are other places in the States that we can send you to very, very easily as well. But there is some food for thought. Either way, your deposit stays the same if you want to get this booked. Just £199 each today to get this booked. It's got such a lot of value packed into it. If you want to make that decision, talk to the team right now. We'll book it all up for you. 0800 953 700, because attention to service is just one of the many reasons why so many people trust us here at Cruise First with all of their cruise bookings. Now we're getting back on board Independence of the Seas because we mentioned Greece is the word, of course, and that full production show is part of your cruise as well. You don't pay a single penny to go and see the show. What's your favourite song from Greece, Jo?
Oh my goodness, Summer Nights probably. You want to do a duet? Next karaoke.
Let's have a go, especially at the end high note. That would be an absolute treat.
Such a good show.
Hide all the glass, I would say, on that note.
When you think about the amount you pay for tickets to see shows in the West End, I mean, it could be £100, maybe a bit less. But look, this is included in your cruise fare, and branded show. I just love that.
Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. All there for you to enjoy on Independence of the Seas. Just another reason to grab that deal. 0800 953 4700. Right, next it's time to reposition one of the latest additions to the MSC Cruises fleet, MSC Euribia, and we're going to be joining her over 3 weeks of cruising from Southampton to Dubai on the 15th of October next year. Here she is, and she's absolutely beautiful.
Yes, my goodness. It's, there's something really special and very vibrant about the MSC ships. They are full of colour, life and energy. I love how the different districts kind of really stand out. You walk through the atrium and you've got this sky dome that changes and, creates these wonderful shows in the evening for you. Lots of, the crystal staircase, of course, is iconic. There's lots of glass and lots of kind of open areas for you to enjoy, gazing outside. And then when you head outside onto deck, of course, the hot tubs, the pools, lots of little nooks for you to hang out in whilst you're enjoying the sea breeze, of course, as well. It's a great cruise line for families. If you're going to be doing maybe even a family reunion, I think because it offers something for everybody, it's a wonderful choice, and just such competitive pricing, MSC. I mean, every time they just seem to offer so much value for money. And having this time to enjoy, some of the wonders of the East, and of course, Dubai and the Suez Canal, it's a great way to do it. Now, when it comes to keeping yourself nice and healthy and active, maybe you're just going to stroll around the deck and enjoy that every day. I think it's about a mile when you walk a circle of the deck, something like that. They do like a whole thing. The activities team do a whole thing where you can collect little stamps and do a walk a mile every day. So that can kind of keep you active. But the gym's there as well, and they offer classes, everything from spinning to aerobics, or maybe a dance class with the dance team. Down in one of the lounges, you're going to perhaps learn a dance you've never learned before. This is the thing about cruising. Because you feel like you're kind of in a nurturing environment, it allows you to try new things that you maybe haven't had the guts to try back home, like a dance class, like, learning a new skill, learning a new activity, listening to a lecture you never perhaps would have done back home, or maybe even taking a cooking class. Yeah, and also, if you do one of those classes, for instance, you're doing it with, lots of other people. So, you don't feel silly, no one feels embarrassed and whatever. So it's a good fun thing to do. I mean, if anything, you might not come away you might not have learnt anything coming away from it, but you've had a good time and a good laugh doing it, which is fantastic. You love the food and drink on board. You love the team on board as well. They genuinely are some of the nicest people, very, very friendly, very, very helpful, and there's plenty of them as well. There's a full reception desk of, more than several people there, to answer any questions day and night. So you really do feel like you're incredibly well looked after when you're on one of these cruises. And honestly, no question too silly. They've heard it all, I'm sure, over the many, many years. So just enjoy this cruise. And this is a big one for this ship, actually. One of the longest itineraries I've seen on this particular ship. 24 fabulous nights, starting right here in lovely Southampton on the 15th of October. Let's sail away to Dubai. Yes, and we're heading to Lisbon first for a little pit stop in the Portuguese capital. Some tours you might want to head out to here include the Local Connections tour, which takes you on a journey into Portugal's flavours, or the hop-on, hop-off bus. I love the idea of trying some of the local cuisine. Valencia awaits us next. Spain's third city, they call it. It has these gorgeous towers that beckon you into the old town, the Quatre Serranas, they're called. And the L'Oceanographique is an amazing feat of architecture, outside the city. Barcelona's next, of course, the famous Catalonian capital with the Coptic Cathedral of the Sagrada Familia, and then the lovely landmarks of Antonio Gaudi, such as the Parc Güell, to visit. We are into Marseille next, gateway to Provence here, which is known for its beautiful food and wine. And indeed, you might want to do a local connections tour, which takes you to an olive growing farm and tasting with the owner of the farm. I think that would be a nice way to get the local connection. Civitavecchia next, which of course allows us to travel easily to Rome. Civitavecchia itself, though, is a quaint little town if you just want to take it easy and enjoy some of the Italian ambiance, delicious coffee, fantastic food. Then it's Alexandria, Egypt. Now, this is where you can visit some of the iconic pyramids of Giza, giving us thousands of years of incredible history. You've got the Egyptian Museum in Cairo, the Karnak Temple, the Temple of Hatshepsut as well, the Sphinx. Make sure you do a full day tour to enjoy those. Then we have a transit of the Suez Canal, which takes us into Aqaba, which is incredible, Jordan. And you've got Petra, the ancient city there, which dates back to 6000 BC. It is one of the most amazing sights you'll ever see. The Wadi Rum Desert is also wonderful for dune safaris. You can do both in a day. Muscat, Oman is next, and this is a lovely sort of pinpoint of the Middle East, very fresh and clean, with lovely temples to visit and mosques, and you have great markets and shopping whilst you're there in Oman as well, so make sure you pick up some tax and duty-free goods. We're into Doha next, in Qatar, where you can visit the Souk Waqif and the Katura Cultural Village. You might want to head to the famous Pearl Island, which is just there on the left at the bottom. You see lots of pictures of this when they're talking about the Middle East. Definitely worth a visit. So here's an overview. What an itinerary, my goodness. Starting off in Southampton, heading through some of the best over Europe, including Portugal and Spain, into Italy there, then iconic Egypt, where you can see the pyramids, transiting through the canal, heading your chance to see ancient Petra, and then finishing up in the Emirates.
I can't wait for you to see this, because as soon as we release the price tag, and I think this is the first time, I think I'm right in saying this is the first time that we've shown this on the channel, but it is another one of those kind of mega cruises. We know that with any MSC cruise, the price tag we look at and we go, wow, that's too good to kind of, you know, pass up. So this one, 24 nights, Southampton to Dubai. You can put a low deposit down today of just £249 each, and your price tag for your 24-night cruise is here. Oh gosh. Wow. That is incredible. Sailing from the UK out to Portugal, out to Spain, France, Italy, Egypt, through the Suez Canal to Jordan, Oman, Qatar, and then ending in Dubai for the flight back to the UK. Gratuities all included in the price of your cruise as well. And if you want to add premium extra drinks, you can at a reduced rate, again, as we do so often here on the channel, because we make these amazing arrangements with MSC. So just £35 per person per day on this offer, and you can add the premium extra drinks package, which includes so much, let me tell you, and is unlimited, to be enjoyed responsibly, of course, one at a time. You know what I say. So take advantage of the offer, take advantage of the price tag, get your low deposit in right now, because this will be another one of those offers where literally hundreds of people will take advantage of that exclusivity with us here at Cruise1st. Here are your upgrade prices. As if the base price wasn't good enough, there are your upgrade prices as well. So if you want to treat yourself just that little bit further. And when you look at those upgrade prices, by the way, bear in mind that this is 24 nights we're talking about. This isn't a 7-night cruise. This is on a 9-night cruise. This is a 24-night cruise. 3 weeks, 3 days. Tell you what, how good is that? Amazing opportunity. Remember, low deposits, just £249 each today. Get those in as quickly as you possibly can, and you have got it sorted. If you love the MSC ships, you're going to love this cruise as well. It's excellent. Call us now on 0800 953 4700. You know, if you've been away on the Meraviglia class already, that's an absolute winner with Euribia. You are going to love it. Right, okay, we have to move on though, because we've got more to tell you. And the great thing about booking ahead with an offer at Cruise1st is that you can often just put down, like that last one, a small deposit down today, locking in the great deal for that amazing price. So with that in mind, let's plan for March in 2026 and join the latest Virgin Voyages ship Brilliant Lady on a fascinating cruise. Now we're starting our 19-night adventure on the 19th of March in 2026 with a flight out to Miami in the States. We always smile when we say that word because you know it means sunshine and a lovely sunny beach. Fabulous. 2 nights in a hotel here.
Yes, and escaping in March, which is just a great time to, we can never predict our weather here. So it's nice to get out to the tropics because that's where you are when you're in South Florida. It is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The beaches are gorgeous. The ocean is lovely and fresh. And there is a real vibe in Miami. It's very cool and edgy. You've got old meets new because you've got lots of different cultural influences from, the cute little Cuba, little Havana, which is so interesting to visit, through to the iconic Art Deco district, which sits along Collins Avenue, and great shopping down Lincoln Mall, which is an open-air mall in South Beach. Then we're going to board the brand new Brilliant Lady for 16 nights, which is a brilliant amount of time to be on board enjoying Virgin. Now, I mean, the reviews for Virgin have been utterly superb. It's an adults-only ship, which is great because lots of adult fun to be had on board. You have parties galore. You have really delicious and dynamic dining options, and they're all included. You've got about 25 restaurants.
20 plus, yeah,
Goodness
absolutely,
me.
and every single one included. From the full shebang, sit down to grab and go, it's all there and included. And we say the brand new Brilliant Lady, she's not brand new even yet. She's not launching until September next year. So she is going to be absolutely brand spanking new by the time you take on board. And all we know so far is what we know of the 3 ships that are out there so far with Virgin, in so much as the reviews for the food are far beyond the expectations of what is a regular food offering on board cruise ships. And they're all fantastic, don't get me wrong, but Virgin have managed to put their stamp on that as well and do food in a very, very different way. They do entertainment in a very, very different way, in so much as they can reconfigure their theatre spaces. So sometimes the action is going on a stage, and sometimes you're sitting in the round, really close to the performance, and the performance isn't just static on a stage, it's running around the whole place and getting you involved in that as well. The kind of parties they do have a slight departure as well from the traditional cruise fare. They do a scarlet night, so everyone dresses in red. They do a pajama party. Now that is going to be fantastic fun. I know it. And you know what? There's just a really, really good vibe on board as well. It's just great fun because it is adults only. It allows the whole thing to be a bit more edgy, a bit more daring, a bit more
tongue in cheek.
Yes.
And that quintessential Virgin stamp. And of course, Virgin are known for their gyms too. So you'll have the proper Virgin gym with all the classes, and maybe you're a member of one at home. Just the quality and also just the standout stamp on Virgin as a brand is going to be something that you'll really enjoy. It's so different. It's so refreshing. Honestly, it's like a breath of fresh air in the cruise industry. We are cruising out of Miami, and the first port we're hitting is gorgeous Cartagena, Colombia. The amazing UNESCO World Protected Old City is like nothing you've seen. Vibrant, colourful streets, horse-drawn carriages, beautiful coffee. Of course, it's known for its coffee, and great emerald shopping there. Then we're on to Colón, Panama. Now, this is a stop actually to pick up shore excursions. So when you're booking your excursion in Colón, make sure you enjoy this port, whether it's a railway through the Panama Canal or a traditional cultural experience or the rainforest canopies. Then it's time to enjoy the Panama Canal. You have a guide from dusk till dawn talking you through this whole experience. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience heading through the canal. Punta Arenas next in beautiful Costa Rica awaits us, where you can see lots of lovely wildlife. They're known for their sloth sanctuary. You also have the rainforest to visit. They're also known for their coffee. Maybe you want to head to a coffee plantation. We're into Puerto Quetzal in Guatemala, Central America next, known for its Mayan jade, and you can actually visit the amazing workshop there run by Mary Lou Ridinger, who is a discovery Discovery Channel, represented geologists. Then we're into Cabo San Lucas, and you have lots of lovely beach things to do there, including Los Arcos. You can see the rock formations. Lovers Beach is awesome as well, and great Mexican food to be had. Now we're cruising into Los Angeles, where you'll disembark and we will fly you back to the UK after this brilliant adventure on the newest Virgin vessel, heading out from Miami through to beautiful Colombia, heading through the Panama Canal, then into Costa Rica, Guatemala, finishing up in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, before you disembark in LA.
And an afternoon on Lovers Beach.
Yes.
Wonder what happens there.
What happens on Lovers Beach stays on Lovers Beach.
Okay, that's all right then. That's another reason to take the holiday then, isn't it? Lock in a great price now, and we're talking March in 2026. Deposits today of just £199 each. That's your flight out from the UK to Miami. 2 nights in a hotel there. 16 nights on the Virgin Voyages magic cruising, with so much included, from Miami to Colombia, through the Panama Canal and Costa Rica and Guatemala, all those beautiful places, ending in LA for the flight back to the UK. Or maybe you want a little stay in LA as well, we can make that happen. But let's look at our price tag, and bear in mind that it's not just all of your dining that's included in your cruise. It's things like Wi-Fi, it's your tips, the most incredible entertainment, fitness classes that Joe alluded to earlier, soft drinks, and so much more. And it's all about the incredible flair of a Virgin Voyages cruise as well. Plus, the extra cherry on top for this one is you're talking about the latest and greatest new ship from their fleet. Not even launched through until September next year. So you're going to be on her maiden season as well, which will be pretty exciting to do. Let's have a look at upgrades, and upgrades are very different with Virgin Voyages as well, because the inside, amazing, so many facilities, so beautifully configured, and everything you need where you need it is there. But when you upgrade to a sea terrace, you've got something completely and utterly different there, of course, with a view of the ocean. And when you go up to a balcony, which is a sea terrace with Virgin Voyages, not only you've got the table and chairs out there, but you have got that signature scarlet swinging hammock as well for one of you to enjoy, or both of you to enjoy, indeed, on your cruise, which is very, very nice. I mean, something to shout about. Honestly, it's like one big party on board as well. Not to say that it's, ridiculously raucous or anything like that. I don't want anybody thinking that, but it is a great, great time. Very, very lively cruises, lots of music around, lots of chances to just smile, dance, and feel like you're 17 all over again. That sounds good, doesn't it? It sounds like one of those youth serums, doesn't it? Yeah. This is the holiday equivalent. How incredible. I think you'll come back feeling, actually, do you know what? That was really lovely. It was something a little bit different, a little bit edgy, a little bit virgin, as you expect. A little bit edge of your seat. Very, very nice.
Well, talking of youth serums, you can, of course, head up to the spa and have, lots of tightening, lifting, boosting treatments done. They have a really brilliant menu. Virgin Spas as well. Of course, they used to have Virgin V, the skincare brand, which I think is still going. So you can imagine some top-notch quality treatments up there.
Sounds all right, doesn't it?
Yes.
Sounds all right, because I think they could do something with this old face and get rid of a few of these lines.
Yeah, go on a cruise, come back with a new face, come back with a new viewpoint, that's for sure. Feel refreshed and invigorated, that's for sure. And that's the great thing about being out there in the sea air as well. We forget sometimes how important and how powerful it can be to be out there on the ocean. And that, combined with a brilliant holiday and doing everything you want to do, it's just the dream.
And you know what they say about sea air and sleep as well?
It lulls you to the best sleep ever.
Right, come on, let's go. It's time for us to go, actually. We've just run out of time, but give us a call, 0800 953 4700. Talk to the team, get it booked, take advantage of the most amazing value, and stay right where you are. I'm sure in 2 minutes' time we've got even more amazing ideas.
See you soon.